Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is a Wednesday. It is the first day of March. Welcome to March, by the way.
Well, thank you.
National Sun-Kissed Citrus Day today. National Daggum That's Good Day. National
Why would
Fruit
that need a
Compote
day?
I don't know. Needs a day. National Horse Protection Day today. National Minnesota Day. National Peanut Butter Lovers Day. National Pig Day. And Self-Injury Awareness Day. All of those things happening on this Wednesday. And I'm really excited for my guest today. We recently saw a film in the theater. It's called Jesus Revolution. It was the number 3 film over the weekend, by the way.
It was a good film.
It's a very, very good film. DeVon Franklin is my guest today. He is in the movie. He is the journalist from Time Magazine in the movie. Super nice dude. I'm excited to chat with him on the radio here. We've got a fun interview coming up here in just a little bit. And I've also got a link with the trailer to the movie and all the details for the movie. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Gen Zers are turning to Uber and Lyft and public transportation more than any generation before them, and they say that's maybe a good thing. Many in that age group born between 1997 and 2013 have never bothered to get a driver's license. Many of those who are still under 16 don't plan to get a driver's license.
Wow.
There's an indicator of a trend away from the car-centric culture that we grew up in. Stats in the United States show that the percentage of 18-year-olds with a license in 2018 fell by 20% from 1983. So from 80% down to 61%. Why the decline? With rideshare available at the fingertip, you push a button, that's part of it. They say that's way easier than the bus or cabs or any of that. For some, concerns over the environment contributed to their decision. Others, the motive is more financial. Cars are a lot more expensive than they were in 1983. And there's an intentional avoidance because there's pressure, possible tensions of driving on busy streets and highways where they're like, I'm not going to go out in that. So all those reasons and maybe more. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know? If you'd like to have super speed like the Flash and other comic book heroes, maybe that's a thing. Scientists say super speed is already possible, at least among rodents. Yeah, study authors hypothesize that repeated stimulation of those nerves in mouse's legs or mice legs could eventually, it says in the mouse's legs. Oh. I just said it wrong. Could eventually form super fast muscles similar to those that control eye movement. That means that maybe someday we could maybe be part superhuman as well if we did the same kind of stuff for, human beings instead of mouses in the study.
See, I think that's a real bad idea.
Limits of human speed are a thing of the past after that happens.
Uh-huh.
I don't know that we need to do that. All right, we don't know everything, but now we know this. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Zach Galifianakis has been cast in Disney's live-action Lilo and Stitch. Going to take on the role of Pleaky in the movie. That's the alien character originally voiced by Kevin McDonald in the original 2002 animated film. Let's see, there's no release date yet, so I guess I can't tell you. And it's another HBO boo-boo after the most recent episode of The Last of Us, I'm sorry. Eagle-eyed fans noticed a blunder. They're watching, and they're like, hey. They're looking in the episode, is that a Starbucks cup? That was the thing that happened in the Game of Thrones. So what happened in this? It says they're supposed to be alone crossing a snowy landscape, but they're not alone. In the aerial shot, you can actually see members of the crew in the far left corner of the frame.
Oh, funny.
Like, hey, well, what's going on? Online, they're like, well, it's better than that Starbucks cup. Others are like, no, it's not. It's people.
Wow.
All right. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. Season 44 of Survivor premieres tonight. Does that seem weird? Season 44? But they do more than one season a year.
Well, yeah. Well, gosh,
That's
if
why.
you think about it, think
Yeah.
about when that
It's been going on a
started.
long
It was.
time.
I didn't even know it was still going on. To be completely honest.
A couple of people personally that I've met that were on the show. So I know people who were on the
Okay.
show Survivor. Where else can you see people try to survive in a potentially deadly environment, eating things like bugs and rice, and constantly wondering who's going to stab them in the back? Oh yeah,
On pretty much any reality
everywhere
show.
these
that's-
days.
Yeah.
So, and are you a parent, Heidi? She's my wife.
Yes.
I already know the answer to this. She is a parent. As a parent, you become accustomed to sometimes having to tell your kids no. At least we do. Some parents maybe don't do that. But we have to say no in order
And you
to make
can
sure. Mm-hmm.
tell which kids have never heard that as well.
But sometimes you got to tell kids no. You can't have that. You can't have that. Don't eat so much junk food, or don't do
Right.
this. There's a whole number of things that might not be good for kids. But those rules don't apply for grandkids.
That is true.
Yeah. Researchers with the American Dental Association surveyed mothers. They found that more than 2/3 feel that their parents, grandparents of the kids, spoil the youngsters way too much.
Well, of course.
They give the kids too much sugary food and drink. Examples of sugary food items that you might expect, things like sodas and juices and baked goods and candy. While 72% say that their grandparents spoil them with sugary treats, only just over half, 51%, said they've ever addressed the topic with the grandparents. So the odd part is they're going, yeah, my mom and dad spoil my kids. And then they go, did you ever talk to them about it? And they're like, no.
Well, you're not going to open that can of worms.
Hey, by the way, thanks for watching the kids for free. Would you quit giving them all the treats?
Yeah, exactly.
What's that? You're not going to watch them for free anymore? Never mind. Give them the treats. All right. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday. Our guest today, DeVon Franklin, is in the new film Jesus Revolution. It's based on an amazing true story.
It sure is. It's an amazing true story, and this film is one of the best I've seen all year, and I'm just, grateful to be in it.
My wife and I had a chance to see the film. We absolutely loved it. Kelsey Grammer did an amazing job. And then from The Chosen, he played Jesus on The Chosen. In this, we've got Jonathan Remy, and he's playing one of the hippies. And also, we've got DeVon Franklin, who we're talking to. You were in the film. How did you get involved in this movie?
Yeah, so I got involved because the co-director, John Irwin, and the other co-director, Brent McCorkle, along with Kevin Downs, who is one of the producers of the film, they came to me and they said, we're making a film for Lionsgate called The Jesus Revolution, and we want you to be in it. And we want you to play the part of Josiah, the reporter who works for Time Magazine, who covers this story. And, first I was afraid. I said, well, wait, I haven't acted before and I'm not sure. But it was amazing that their belief in me then gave me a belief that I could do it. So I read the script and really, loved that this character who comes from New York and is very skeptical of the movement. And as he is observing and asking questions and trying to understand better what's going on with the movement and what's going on with all these hippies getting off acid and finding Jesus, he discovers that this is a real movement of love. and my character kind of goes through, a bit of a transformation. And so I just was grateful to be a part of it and, play a very, significant part, but, small part.
So the character that you played, the journalist, is that based on an actual real person?
Well, see, I got a chance to play a composite. So my character is a composite of a number of people that were covering the story at the time. So no, I did not get a chance to, meet someone from the time that actually participated in the story. But for part of my research, I did a lot of, just discovery on Black journalists at the time and what was going on in the hippie movement, what was going on in the faith movement, what was going on in music. So I really tried to, immerse myself from a research standpoint so that my character would represent that research in a way that worked for the movie.
And again, this is based on a true story, and I've actually seen the cover of the Time magazine from back in the 1970s. You see it in the movie as well, but I think it's really cool that this is based on a true story.
That's right. No, listen, the movie is very entertaining. It brings in, you get a chance to see the fashion from the 70s and the music and the time and the culture. And I think the film does a great job of just bringing you into this period of history as an observer and a participant in a way that feels authentic and true and not, preachy or judgmental at all.
Well, it did phenomenally over the first weekend. Number 3 at the box office over the weekend, up against a Marvel movie, by the way, which was number 1. Now, it's a PG-13 film. Even though it is a faith-based film, it's about hippies, and there's some things in there that you typically wouldn't see in a faith-based film.
Well, yeah. Because that's one of the reasons why I was excited to do it. Because, the film is a real film and it shows that period of time. I don't know how you can do a movie that involves hippies and not deal with drugs. I don't know how you could do that. So the film took a position that we're going to portray this honestly and accurately. And the movie is better because of it. So, my feeling is, PG-13 is on some levels the new PG.
Yeah.
When you look at most of the Marvel films that, families are lining up to see, most of those films are PG-13. And so when you see Jesus Revolution and have that rating, it's not because there's content in there that isn't appropriate for the entire family. It's just that it's dealing with subject matter in some moments that's very truthful in a way that I think will inspire families because you get a chance to see the downside of, what drugs can do, and you get to see the upside of what Jesus can do.
Absolutely. And it opens the door for a great conversation. And I've been a fan of Kelsey Grammer for many, many, many years. What was it like working with him on this project?
It was great. I didn't know him before this project. I never had worked with him. I knew of him. And, he was incredibly generous as an actor and very, easy to do scenes with. And he was great. He's a consummate professional and delivers a brilliant emotional performance in this film.
And you said this is your first project to do your first acting project. Do you anticipate doing more in the future now?
Yeah, listen, God is my director and my casting director. So, wherever he tells me to show up, that's where I'm going to show up. So I'm excited about this one, and I look forward to the next one.
Well, I'm glad you had a chance to show up to chat with us today. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
You got it, John. Thanks so much.
Again, the movie is called Jesus Revolution. It was number 3 at the box office last week, and it's still going strong. All of the details and the trailer in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
On average, it costs twice as much to dine out as it does to eat at home. On average, twice as much. I could see that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Fun
we
fact.
were just looking over our credit card statement today.
Well, and we had a couple of meals where we had several people. I'm like, holy cow.
Yeah.
Looks like we were living the high life, and it was just because there were 5 of us.
And especially right now, it's awful.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Walking uses a total of 200 muscles with every single step you take. 200 muscles.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The cross bones on a pirate flag are human thigh bones. That's what those bones are.
It's a femur.
Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
It requires, you just had a little...
From the Burbs.
The Burbs moment, didn't you?
I did.
It's one of our favorite movies. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
It requires 7 to 8 trees to provide enough oxygen for one person every year. So if you want to have enough oxygen just for you, plant 7 or 8 trees.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
In the 1850s, some Paris newspapers were printed on rubber so they could read them in the bathtub. In the
that's
1850s.
funny.
Yeah. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Yay! It's brought to you by Mintervention.com. Question.
I thought you weren't going to do that anymore.
Oh, I can't. I can't help it's just fun to do. Question for you, Heidi. 28% of women say they hate it. They would hate it if a man did this for them. What is it?
Open a car door?
No, serenade them.
Oh,
Sing to
yes.
them. So if I
That
went
is cringy.
outside your bedroom window and sang to you, you wouldn't like that?
No.
The neighbors would hate it. I know that.
I thought it was going to be open the car door because of all the women's lib stuff.
Just calm down over there. All right, Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At BetterCreditCards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. This is a bad example of product placement. I don't know if this was on purpose, but an advertisement for a McDonald's McCrispy chicken sandwich was placed right across the street from a British crematorium.
Okay.
They're going to remove it after they've been told it was tasteless. So they say in here it was a coincidental placement
I was going to say, why?
of a bus stop poster made for some dark humor from many people. People would take a photo of this and that, and they're like, that's a bit not good. And again, they're saying it was a coincidence. They didn't mean to be there.
I don't think that's... I don't know. Whatever.
But there are some residents that were loving the ad. They installed...
That's stretching it a bit, I think, to try to compare that. But whatever, that's fine.
Anyway, they had some complaints at the McDonald's. They said we were unaware of the road sign being in the vicinity of the bus stop. And in light of the concern, we've asked for our advertisement to be removed. So I just thought it seemed very odd to me.
Yeah.
That's why it's today's Weird News, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. We're going to have this today and tomorrow because there's no way we're going to get through all this. Subtle signs that somebody is smart. So think about this. Does this mean you're smart? They're aware of their limitations and just how much they still don't know. As a consequence, they tend to underestimate themselves. So they don't think they know it all.
Okay.
The ability to change their mind when presented with new information. Intelligence is at core a reassessment of your knowledge and the ability to acquire and apply new information to go, you know what, I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, that's a good idea. So if you're like dug in and you won't ever change your mind, that doesn't make you smarter. That's kind of the opposite. They are good at calm debates without resorting to insults and shouting and profanity. When it comes to a subject matter they know, they can deconstruct in a way to explain it and use analogies to help make it make sense to others. So there's more on this list that we'll go through tomorrow. You can see all of them in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Our quote today is from Mitch Hedberg. I've told you before, and I'll say it again. One of my favorites.
Mitch Hedberg.
I just always thought he was such a funny guy. Mitch Hedberg said, My fake plants died because I did not pretend to water them.
Oh, that's adorable.
He had such a great sense of humor. Gone way too young, by the way. Mitch Hedberg, quote of the day, comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. We are now in the month of March. This is the month where we're going to be wrapping up the giveaway. If you'd like to get all of the details, you can find them at radiotravelgroup.com. Headline, woman rescues lost dog on busy California freeway. Can you even imagine this? A nurse by the name of Amber Stride was among the Good Samaritans who stopped to save a puppy. When she pulled over and opened her door, the dog hopped right in. For some reason, he just jumped in.
Well, I can't. I would have too.
Yeah, me too. A couple in a truck started clapping, and some guy in a white van started clapping. Everybody was just happy that somebody was able to get this dog. Stride said she noticed right away the lost pup had injuries to its paws.
Aww.
She went right to my feet, she said, got blood all over. The dog was treated for minor injuries by a vet who scanned the pup for a microchip, but nothing was found. Stride said she is hoping the dog can be reunited with the rightful owner, but she said she's happy to help care for the animal until then. And there's video footage, if you want to see this, of this dog who was wandering on a very busy freeway. And if you've never been on a freeway in California, let me tell you, it's a busy, busy place. And this dog was wandering through busy traffic.
Wow.
And this lady, luckily, was able to
How on
help.
earth did it get there? That's
I don't know.
insane.
And the thing is, who knows? Maybe this dog lives at a house that's right near there, and the dog just wandered onto the road. I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever know. And again, I'm glad that somebody was able to help. And she happened to be a nurse, so that's kind of cool. Because other people, if the dog was bleeding all over him, that might have made him freak out. But with her being a nurse, that probably didn't faze her at all.
Right.
So, all right. Our good news comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday.